You've probably heard about this. Apple is rolling out major enhancements to its artificial intelligence technology. The company announced a new partnership with the company OpenAI that will make ChatGPT and other AI features available on Apple smartphones, computers, and iPads by the end of the year. The new technology will also help upgrade Apple's current virtual assistant, Siri, which has faced criticism for its poor functionality. With us here in Studio 57 is the CEO of the AI Education Project, Alex Kotran. Alex, thanks so much for being with us. And I want to talk about how all these updates are really changing just the everyday user experience and our relationship with these.
Yeah, so I think, when AI EDU has been, the nonprofit that I founded, has been around since 2019. We've been doing this work. And the way that people have conceived of what AI actually is and what it looks like has obviously changed. Even a year ago, everybody was really focused on chatbots. So how do we get kids ready to prompt engineer and interact with these chatbots? And now we have voice assistants. We have AI that's actually embedded into our phones. And so I think the direction that we're going is a sort of world where AI is ubiquitous and seamless. And that's also a world where AI is a part of everyday life and something that it's impossible to disintermediate from what it means to be sort of a member of society. And so when we talk about cyberbullying, I think this is more about what is the social contract that we're all going to have with technology. And it really brings us to, well, what does it mean to get kids ready to engage in that social contract? And that's why we've been really focused on AI literacy and AI readiness as sort of like the long-term plan, because right now we're playing a game of whack-a-mole. We're trying to pass laws and create enforcement strategies and policies, and A, that's going to be really hard to do effectively over the medium term. And B, at the end of the day, we are moving to a world where this is the future, and so kids need to be ready for that future.
And so, I can see a world in which AI can really help. I mean, teachers' assistants or, rural areas maybe that don't have the staff at tutoring. I can see the application, but there's also always going to be that dark side. And what are your biggest concerns? What keeps you up at night in terms of AI and its effect on kids?
I think what keeps me up at night is the fact that AI is it's incredibly effective at a handful of things. It's bad at a lot of stuff. One thing it's good at is persuasion. It can be very persuasive. And so, notification apps are really where I think cyberbullying is coming to a head right now. That's where a lot of the challenges are. We do need to be concerned about that. But if I was a parent,
can you repeat that? Notification?
Notifications. So you take a photo of somebody, and there's some company in Belarus, or I don't know where it is, and you upload that photo, and it just removes the clothes. And so suddenly you have a nude photo of your crush or somebody that you're idolizing. And this has been happening in schools where it's been shared around. And the challenge is that I think in some cases the kids are just bad actors, and that's where enforcement comes in. I think in other cases we just need to set societal norms around. It should be so taboo to create a deepfake of somebody, even if they're not nude. Like the idea, like, oh, hey, I created a deepfake of my teacher. The reaction should be, oh my God, like, did you ask their permission? Like, that's weird. I wouldn't show that to anybody else. And we're not quite there. I think we're still in this sort of experimentation phase, in part because adults are experimenting with this.
Well, we know that that's not going to be the first reaction to kids. I mean, their brains aren't fully formed. But real quick, I have less than a minute with you. I hear you talking, and I just want to put my 2-year-old in a little bubble, never expose her to technology. I know that that's not the right thing. What should parents do?
The work that AI EDU, the AI Education Project, is doing is all about how do you actually build the knowledge and skills that students are going to need to thrive in this world where AI is everywhere. And so what that means is you need to understand what are the ways that you're going to intersect with AI. So you need to be aware of what to look out for. You need to have critical thinking skills to actually critically evaluate when you see content. You need to be on your toes. Like, is this real? Should I be questioning this? You need to, if you interact with somebody online, increasingly there's a lot of scams and phishing and manipulation. Kids need to be always sort of like asking that question in the back of their head, like, is this real? Like, what are the motivations? Like, should I actually be participating in this? And, I think the good news is Gen Z, they're very tech forward. It's actually right now, it's actually, if you accuse somebody of using ChatGPT, it's like an insult. It's like, oh, like that's so like lame that you would even use ChatGPT for that. So I think that they are going to get with the program, but we need to really drive. This needs to be a cultural movement towards really having that conversation about the role of AI.
I know among some there's actually a revolt. They're anti-smart. But anyway, Alex, we need to have the conversation again. We'll have you back. Thank you so much.